She's an artist, a graphic designer, and she's here today to show off her talents. We have Katrina Murray, and I've been sitting here, doting over your artwork already. And so, tell us what's going on and what you've got going on coming up here.
First of all, First Friday, I have a studio at Circle City Industrial Complex, and we have First Fridays, which will be virtual this month, which has been actually the way it has been for the last few during the pandemic.
But what a great thing right now that we live in a time where people can still see the arts, still enjoy the things they do in a safe manner with such things as virtual. Who would have thought 10 or 15 years ago you'd do this? So
I know. It's amazing. We've got some videos on there. We've got images of the artwork and the artists talking about the work themselves. It's really nice.
And so you'll have all kinds of art, and so then you've got some other stuff coming up here. We've got some pieces here that you did, and you told me an amazing story. I mean, I think, we talk about women in history, building history, 9 years. Now doing this.
Yeah.
But how did this become, this dream become reality for you? I think this is just such a beautiful story.
Right. We touched on it earlier. I raised my son until he was in his 20s and graduated high school and raised him on my graphic design business. And he decided to join the military and was killed in Iraq in 2005. So. Being the man that he is, he left an inheritance to me, which allowed me to go back to school to study fine art, which had always been my dream, and he knew that.
That's, so amazing. The fact that he helped, you gave them their dreams with graphic design and were able to raise them and then to turn around and help facilitate that. And well, thank you for his service. Thank you for raising him the way he did to do this for us. And we've got some pieces here. Can we talk about the artwork you have here?
Yes. I consider this collage as well as ceramics because I just take bits and pieces and put them together. And this particular piece is called Touch Me, which is kind of what you can't do right now.
Exactly.
I know. And this one is Sticks and Stones, so words can't harm me. So that's what that is. And this one is Bulletproof. So these are of our time, I feel.
Yes. Yeah. I like, and I told you this one to me, I look at it and it's moving, it's growing. I can feel, and then you said that's kind of how you do it.
Yeah.
And your art comes out in that. And I told you this one looks
like popcorn.
It does. It looks delicious to me. I was like, it reminds me. It looks so delicious. And then you're like, well, it's called popcorn
flour.
And I was like, well, it makes sense because it looks delicious. And you got something else exciting coming up here in March, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
The Indianapolis Arts Council has hired a lot of the artists in town to, I think 50 or 40, to do 300 perhaps. I'm getting my numbers mixed up.
Yes, no,
But to do artwork for storefronts for March Madness, since many of the businesses are closed or in flux during the pandemic right now, so we just want to make it look great for the city.
Which is,
that time.
great. Yeah, the city is such a vibrant city. We do such a good job when people come into Indianapolis.
Right.
And to help, really show off what Indianapolis is. I love that they've gone out to artists and they've reached out to you guys, and this is kind of your jumping off point. You said, right? These are kind of inspiration.
Right. I'm going to respond to the materials that they're providing me, which are scraps of vinyl, basically.
Yeah.
So I'm going to work on my own window and create something based off of this type of style, because this is collage, actually, magazine.
And now, if somebody wants to see where your art's going to be during all of this, where is that going to be?
That's on the front of Ike and Jonesy's,
yes,
the old building.
Yeah, the old Ike and Jonesy's. So you're going to help make it, kind of bring that beauty to that building, and have that ready for March. And I think that's great. And again, being a woman and doing this and kind of speaking out and living your dream.
It is a dream, and I have to mention.
Oh, we've got some photos coming up here. What are we looking at here?
That is a ceramic installation in my studio currently, but I sell those as composites. They're really interesting pieces that you can touch and feel and pick up, just like you were playing with the popcorn. And that's a flower, which I've been focusing on doing some high relief and low relief flowers, which I've been really enjoying. There's the popcorn flower.
I love that.
Right.
And these it'd be hard in my house with my 5 daughters because I think I'd have to be like, no, I know you want to touch it just when I'm watching so you don't break this beautiful piece of art.
They're pretty sturdy.
No, they are, yes.
Yeah. And then this is, again, Touch Me, and it makes me feel like I want people to touch it, but right now they can't.
We know exactly, with the pandemic. Well, Katrina, thank you so much. Where can people find out more information about you and all that you do?
KatrinaJMurray.com, and you can find me on Instagram at Katrina J. Murray.
Well, thank you so much for all that you do and all that you've brought, and for your son's service and what he did for our country. Thank you so much.